Hey everyone, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. In the last episode, we killed this thing, and somehow he's back from the dead. But that doesn't matter. Anyway, though, in this episode, we are going to be finishing the entirety of Tephra Cave in its bog standard, I guess, design, intent. Either way, you get the point. So last episode, we ended on Shora telling us to solve the mystery of the tomb, so to speak. We need to go down Tephra, which Ryan can definitely describe it as. Also, by the way, Ryan, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping you'd fall in and make a fool of yourself yet again, but alas, you didn't. But pretty much here we are, the path of absolution, and we came here for the sacrificial tablet, which is more of it depending on this. So with that, let's head back to Shora and tell her, job done. Now, what else are you going to put us through? I hate to think. As we go forward. I solved the mystery. Shora, you're very bad at your job.
Yeah.
I did it. Mystery solved. What you got, Shora?
What is it? You brought back a tablet. Hey, is it just me who finds a tomb with no coffin a bit strange? There has to be one here somewhere. Maybe the tablet's the key. Supposedly, with this tablet, I can open another door in this room.
Yeah. You can.
A door that will lead us to the giant soothsayer resting place. I'm deciphering where the door is located. Please give me more time. And she's still giving us nothing.
Yep, I'll give you time 1 second because I figured it out.
What is it? I've got it. I know where the door is.
Because I just told you.
Go to the level below. It's on the left just after the steps. You can use the tablet to open it. Go inside and look for any clues about the giants. We've almost finished. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, that does not look as suspicious at all in architecture. Absolutely not. Well, here we are in what we need it to be. However, nothing outright stands out apart from the coffin. You can't get it collectible-wise, you can't press A to open it, you don't even have grease to open it again. But when nighttime hits, boom. Moonlight book. You can tell because moonlight shines through.
I like the timing of that.
It's almost like some episodes we design things. We have a narrative. It's almost like we practice beforehand. Ish. Sometimes. Okay, maybe on rare. Okay, maybe on rare occasions. Anyway, though, let's go back to Shore and tell her, without luck, we got it done.
It's the Moonlight book. I can't believe it. With this and the Starlight book, I could solve the riddle of these ruins. I'll go back to calling 9. Oh, of course, your reward. Oh, silly me. I don't have it on me. Can I give it to you later on? I live in the commercial district. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
We'll do that. We have a quest complete. It's all done and dusted. However, we don't need to go back right now, because I want to explore a few more parts of Tephra Cave, if I may. And by if I may, I mean damn it, I'm going to, because you guys can't stop me. Ha ha ha! If this was Twitch, then maybe you guys could have talked me out of it. But alas, it's not Twitch, so I make my own destiny. Damn it!
That's what Xenoblade teaches you.
Make your own rules. Don't listen to gods, because who knows, gods might be assholes. Not saying this to bash a religion, I'm just saying you guys do you. And be happy. Hopefully. Maybe. As long as your religion just doesn't try to kill you, it's fine. Moving swiftly on, I suppose, we are going to go to an area which we technically haven't been to before, but we actually have. So let me just go back and show you where to go. Like I said before, we are going to be finishing up Tephra Cave in its bog standard entirety. There are a few more things, which trust me, well, we will go on to another stage of hell in due time. Here we have another location, a forgotten cave. And as you can see, these wisps, you are going to want to kill them and get their rare drops. As always, if you have a group of multiple enemies, take care of the enemies that you don't want first. If Ryan will stop doing AoEs like a madman.
But I'm always a madman.
I'm going berserk! Also, I know it's a slight tangent, but can I just say I love how funny like Ryan's arts are in that context, because it just sounds like Ryan is going psychotic. Just like that. It's like, if I were to say be in a random place and I suddenly yell berserk, people would think I'd gone mad.
Ryan is hot-headed, so his arts make sense because he's got rage, berserker, mad, taunt. His hot-headedness is in his arts.
I know, but if I was, say, walking down the street and I were just suddenly randomly say berserk, you'd probably want to avoid me. Just like at school. Anyway, I'm joking. Anyway, though, you want to get that Sunbead because it's the last one we need for the extra Monados. And these bullets would please just get out of our hair. Ha! It's funny because hair, bonnets. I don't know why you guys put up with me. I'm not funny. I'm talking about you, honey, and the audience. And the silence follows is very fitting. They will make me. I'm being more morbidly self-deprecating than more usual. I do apologise. Anyway, though, with that, you don't need the bonnet clubs, but if you care about strength up and physical protect, be my guest.
I think you do need the bonnet clubs.
I think you might be right. Either way, though, this little deposit is something you should not pass up and something you definitely do want. Because unlike other deposits, you don't get 3. You only get 2 this time.
Or 1 if you're unlucky.
Like we were in practice. Rare earth crystals. We get divine protects, not to mention a lot of bleed and protective. And welcome to debuff protection central. If you want any type of debuffs here, this one is the holy grail. Especially for what we have coming up. But not this guy though. He pretty much sucks. But he does have a little bit of a gimmick. This is Judicious Bunitzel. Not only is this the highest level unique bunnet outside of the super boss, this guy has a very special tile. This guy has the highest agility out of any unique monsters, again, that aren't super bosses. So think of any unique monsters in this game, this guy is the quickest out of all of them. Also has a sick combo for hitting 9. You know what? It's okay, because he wants to kill us. Well, guess what, buddy? Not gonna work. Apart from his high speed and the strong hits, pretty much easy to take down if you can hit him. He can daze you, yeah, sure, knock you back a couple of times, but his bread and butter is definitely in his offense. But now that's done, he's all done. And in case you were wondering, Metal Blast, Stream Edge, Ricky is Angry, and fan healing gifts are what you want them to go at right now. And if you step down, you're pretty much back to where you started. But I don't think you want to go down there quite yet. Actually, what I lie. Yes, you do. Because we have one more secret area of Tephra Cave which we have yet to see. Well, I say secret. It's not really a secret if you know if you know where to look, or if you're just curious like we were at the very start of the game. Because if we go down here, to anyone who remembers Tephra Cave, this architecture should look familiar. This pretty much back into the inside of the ship. So much so, if we target, those are the bog standard bonnets in which we see at the very start of the entrance. However, if we turn round, this guy is here. Fun fact, in the original version of Xenoblade, this guy is here the entire time. If you can just get by these rocks in the first time you come to Tephra Cave outright, he's here. You can actually see it, and I'm gonna go into slight spoiler territories, not for story wise, but just in general. New Game Plus, you go for this game again, a second time. This and you can aim and fight this guy in the original Xenoblade. You can get Fiora, as in like Hom's Fiora, to level 99 in no time flat. Because this guy just dominates.
So you can fight this guy from behind the rocks? Because I didn't think we could target him back there.
It takes very specific movements. Like, you definitely can. I've seen it been done, but it's not easily triggered. Anyway, though, Reckless Galden. This is, I want to say, a unique version of all the enemies in which we fought before. But unfortunately, this guy is a bog standard enemy in which we fought back in the high end tier tomb. Same attacks, the same buffs. And just like that, he gets taken down. You know what the sad of this thing is? We turn him into a frying pan. But no, in all seriousness, you know how ununique this guy is? In every unique monster, we have seen them have like special titles like evil, or brave, or gluttonous, or etc. Reckless. His name is reused for another unique monster.
Really? What is it?
It's for an enemy in which we haven't fought yet. In this very cave, no less. So not only is this guy a bog standard machine, unlike like others we've seen, his name is also repeated, which I find really sad. Oh dear, Reckless. But since it's one of Falcomoff's last standing pieces of architecture, I thought, let Melia destroy it. Because we're heartless bastards.
It's weird how, apart from the high energy tomb, that unique monster is the last time you'll see him after for so long, and he's a pushover.
A pushover, except he does have an Aether down spike, although to be fair, Aether isn't really his strong suit, but you know what, I am rambling on at this point. Let's go back in time. And talk to Shora, who's right back home in Giorgio. So much so that she's just sitting here with no food. Are you okay?
What is it?
Oh goodness, I'm glad to see you. Thanks ever so much for the other day. I assume you're here to collect your reward from Bafalgar Tomb. Well, before that, let me tell you something exciting. Thanks to those 2 books, I've learned so much about the giants. It turns out that the giants' fate was linked to the white spiders. The giants in the coffin was in fact the giant soothsayer. The soothsayer subjugated the white spiders. But when the soothsayer died, the white spiders were freed. That's when they started to amass power. So the giants offered sacrifices in order to avoid a war. But the giants' numbers grew ever smaller. Soon the oppressors had clearly become the oppressed. They were unable to fight back against the white spiders. They were forced to live a meager existence behind closed doors. Oh, don't worry, I didn't forget about your reward. Here's a giant's treasure that's been passed down my family. I've always wanted to research and find out more about it. But after reading these books, I know there are 3 of them. One is meaningless on its own, but I know you can find the others. I shall leave it in your capable hands.
Pretty goddamn good for rewards. And finally, we have the third one. In case you don't know where the others are, we'll go over them briefly when we have the time and opportunity to use all 3. As always, you have to take that item. Unfortunately, you can't no-go that area. But now, since we have all that taken care of, let's go back to Colony 6. You know what? No, I don't want to see... Yes, I gotta take in Dullard's stupid quest, I suppose, before I get more bitter in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You know, something I really want to do while we're here in Colony 6 is like... We've played this game so many times, but one question I still haven't answered is what would happen if you don't rebuild Colony 6 and it gets to the Mechonis core? Where does Junks go?
I know what we're doing for New Game Plus, completely ignoring Juju. I'm down for that, baby.
Part of me thinks it'll still land in here anyway, but another part of me thinks it'll land in the refugee camp in the water there. Because I think I can remember that happening, but that could just be misremembering, but I want to try and do that next time we play this.
Only one way to find out. Anyway, as we're finishing up Vanea, we have a Nova Monado had ready. What do you guys say?
I see you've gathered the necessary materials. I will get to work immediately. I've finished. The Monado Abyss has been designated for strong attack power. The heavy material is used to give it a high maximum attack power. Damage is somewhat unfocused, but it has immense strength. I hope this weapon gives you the strength and power to succeed.
And here we have the Monado Abyss. We have heard this phrase been said throughout the entire game as far as narrative goes. This is a double-edged sword, however it is pretty good in other ways as well. If we switch to Shulk and give him the Monado Abyss, look at that damage cap! Max attack is 999. Now, some people may look at those stats and think, well, that's just, 2-point difference. However, there is good sides and downsides. When you max out this weapon, it is an objectively better Monado than the original replica. Because you have downsides to using all of them. You have critical rates taking a bump. You have your max attack being balanced, but being drawn back. This one is an objectively good one to have. I mean, if we were to look at that, it's not the bulkiest, but when compared to everything else, it is a good all-rounder to have. However, its damage cap can only take you so far. It's like, how would I compare it? It's like comparing Shulk to Fiora, gameplay-wise. Yes, Fiora is a little bit better when it comes to all-round and objective performance, but Shulk has his own, I guess, advantages too. I don't know. It's hard to say. Also, one final thing. I was gonna go back to Dullard and give a side quest, but as you can see, he's gone. And for some people who don't look at their quest and think, oh, where's this guy? Have I missed him? Or is he has the quest bugged? No. He goes to someplace stupid. What do I mean by stupid? He goes back to the refugee camp.
So he goes from better and complete Colony 6 to Beta Colony 6.
More or less. And here's what makes it extremely stupid. Here is the reason why I do not like the refugee camp, ironically, where we first meet Juju and Charlotte. It's like every place that Juju touches, he ruins at some point in the game. How? How do you do this? I digress. To put things things simply, we have seen throughout the game the high-end move to Frontier Village, to Colony 6, to the Marsh, to other places in RFC. The high-end tier escape here as well. However, there is no one here of interest or intrigue or substantiality. That's not a word, but damn it, I'll take it.
I think it's only Ernest that's here, and he will want something after Makana's core.
Yes, but as far as post Makana's core for Hyentia, there's nothing. There is literally no purpose for the Hyentia to be here. If they had a refugee here that offered the side quest, I'd be fine. But it's literally just here that Dullard is here. Hello. Oh, you brought the provisions! I knew you wouldn't let me down! The Hyentia aren't really cut out for this type of life. If we could fill some bellies, they might feel less desperate. Or they could just go to Colony 6/9 or Frontier Village and be at peace.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Anyway, here's a little something to say thank you.
Or maybe not. Did he really say that?
Yes! Here's the worst thing. There is no depths to this guy. He keeps on going, and you know what? He is hell incarnate. I hate this brat. I want him to go away and die. Oh, God's sake. I'm sorry. It's just every time I come to this area, it's like the cliffs of Morpha in Xenoblade 2. I just get this negative feeling of like, this is so unused. There is such a lot more you could do. Oh well.
Yeah, because this is a good song too, and it pretty much doesn't get played at all.
No. It's very somber, and you know what? I want this to be used. Because what are we saying now in this current state of affairs? Oh, well, you know what? This is a very somber place where, well, you know, a lot of people like lost loved ones, but now they're at a better place. These guys could have easily gone to Colony 6. There's no reason for them to be here. It's like they just wanted, they wanted this place to be used and not forgotten about. But you know how half-assed they made it? This guy is the same shop in which we had when we first got here. No new equipment, no new high-end stuff or anything of the sort. It's just
I think Elior is the only NPC here, but I don't think he gives anything side quest wise.
I don't know. It's like they just put these guys here without any thought or plan, just for the sake of this place not being used or going unused. Oh no, I went on a rant there and I apologize, but still though, there's so much potential you could do in places like this. Anyway, though, we are gonna call things there. So, if this episode, guys, then be sure to like it. If you just like this episode, then please, by all means, you must know something about this area that I don't. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this area. But until then, guys, if you like the video, be sure to like it and yada yada yada. If you want to subscribe to see more content like this, then be sure to subscribe. But until then, we'll see you guys next time. I wish I could throw you into this lake and drown you.
We have both Dullard and Ernest in the same place. It makes sense.
We just need Juju here, and we have the trinity of, like, bad NPCs. Oh boy. We'll see you next time, guys.